We have to give credit where credit is due. Donald Trump and the Republicans did something that's good. We're going to talk about it. And at the end of talking about it, I have a question, an overarching question. So stick till the end for my question. Today is April 21st, 2025. And yesterday, no tax on tips passed the Senate 100 to nothing. So, first things first, that's something that's a rarity in our modern politics. Everybody in the Senate agreeing on something. So, that in and of itself is sort of big news. Secondly, to any of the Democrats that are out there that are trying to take credit for this isn't your credit to take. This is the Republicans. The Republicans put forth this bill because Donald Trump wanted this bill put forth, and they got it passed. Even though Democrats voted for it, this was a Republican win, and the win needs to go to the Republicans. It's a good bill, in my opinion. It's not exactly what we were promised, but it is a good bill. If you're a tipped employee, like a waitress or something of that nature, that typically gets tips, and I understand there's some ambiguity as to who it would. I think the head of the Department of the Treasury, I think, gets to determine who this ultimately applies to. But if you're a tipped worker and you get cash tips, you are still going to have to pay your taxes on those tips. But at the end of the year, when you go to file your taxes, you can take a tax exemption for, I think it's up to $20,000. I can't remember if it was $20,000 or $25,000 dollars of your cash tips. That is a good thing, and it is a bill in which you don't have to itemize in order to get it. You can take the standard deduction and still get this deduction. To my understanding, and I might be mistaken here, but to my understanding, it doesn't cover tips that are put on credit cards. It only covers cash tips. But if somebody could correct me on that, I would love to be to be found corrected on that, because I'd like for it to apply to all tips. But it's not quite what was promised, in that we were told that, we're just not going to take taxes out on your tips. Your paychecks are going to grow. That's not what it was, right? It's a tax exemption. It's a tax deduction, I should say, at the end of the year. It's still a damn good thing. Tipped workers out there, out there, who are paying taxes on their tips, get to take this tax deduction. It's going to lower their tax liability and thus lower how much they're going to have to pay at the end of the year. It's a good thing. Donald Trump should be given credit for this. The Republicans should be given credit for this. They did a good thing. And we can give them credit for this. That doesn't excuse all the other bad shit that they do. They should get credit for this. So if you see any Democrats trying to take credit for this, no, this is a Republican win, and it's something the Republicans did that is good for the American people, period. My overarching question is this. Why was this needed? We've been told that we're not going to be paying income tax anymore. We've been told that the reason why Donald Trump has been putting on all of these tariffs is because the money that the tariffs are going to bring in is going to replace income tax. So if we're going to be doing away with income tax, why would we need to pass a bill to give somebody a tax break on the taxes they're going to file on their income? Still a good bill. Listen, Republicans need to be given credit for it. And as somebody who rips on Republicans and somebody who shits on Donald Trump on the daily, this is a good thing that Donald Trump did. This is a good thing that Republicans did. They should get credit for it. I still don't understand why it's needed if we're going to do away with income tax, or are we finally agreeing that we're going to do away with income tax is a bullshit line, that's never going to happen. Either way, congratulations, Republicans, on the W. Congratulations to tipped workers on this W. It still has to go through the House, but given the fact that it got 100 to nothing, unanimous support in the Senate, my guess is it's going to pass the House with flying colors and get signed by the president here shortly. And he should rightfully take credit when he signs the bill. Should be pomp, circumstance, whatever the case may be. It's a win for them. But somebody's going to have to explain to me why it was even needed if we're doing away with income tax altogether.